Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels Origins. So for today's episode, it is the last gameplay video of the, is it Thopter's deck? Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it is red-blue. For today's first match, we're playing the rank 40 Not So Bad. We're down to rank 39 just because I was trying out a new deck yesterday and just lost a rank temporarily, so not the end of the world, but there it is. So we're going to play out the Rune Servitor this turn, potentially Artificer's Epiphany to find that second blue mana for the Thopter Spy Network, unless we draw into it before then. Okay, so we're playing Golgari at the moment, so either Elves or Golgari control, and he's actually been replaced by the AI, which is, I don't know, interesting. Either he's not got what he wants, or he's mana screwed, so we'll see how that goes, because he might think that I'm not mana screwed, but... Okay, so we're playing the AI, so I'm just going to play out my card draw now. There we go. Found the Sulphur Falls that we needed. If you heard that there, that was something falling over under my desk. I think it was my Xbox One controller. My Xbox 360 controller was falling off something. Okay, so he's played Elemental Bond, so whenever a creature power 3 or greater enters the battlefield, he gets to draw a card. Okay, we found another blue source there, so we shall play out the Thopter Spy Network, I think. Get the I should have played it out pre-combat. I would have drawn an extra card there. Never mind. I always forget these things until I've actually done them. It's like, oh yeah, I should have played that out pre-combat, shouldn't I? Whoops-a-daisy. Never mind. So yeah, I'm guessing this might be a Golgari control if he's playing with the Elemental Bond. So he's played another land. So got Golgari Guildgate come down. So we get a Thopter here. And a Perilous Mere, so I think we'll play out the Izzet Guildgate this turn. We'll swing with just obviously the Rune Servitor. Get to draw an extra card. Take my opponent down to 14. And we find a Whirler Rogue. So, Rune Servitor and Perilous Mere or Whirler Rogue? Let's play out the Whirler Rogue. Let's get it done now. Keep these for later on in case things go pear-shaped. In the next turn or two. These will allow me to reset quite nicely, so yeah. So he's played out nothing, which is interesting. How did this guy have? He must have had absolute trash. So play out another mountain. I do seem to draw a lot of mountains and not very many what they call islands. That's what I'm looking for. Which is weird, considering I think I've got more islands in this deck than I do mountains, which is kind of bizarre. Okay, we've got the Chief of the Foundry for next turn, so I think we'll just play out Sigil of Valor this turn. There we go. So I'm keeping these back as reset tokens. Reset, not really tokens, but more cards, I suppose, would be a better description. Just in case things, like I said, just in case things go really pear-shaped, like I would be expecting like a Languish or something like that. Oh, it's really weird, like the card draw animation, whenever it does this like zoom out animation, it always goes really weird, but I think we've just won anyway, so there we go. My opponent didn't actually play a single creature or spell apart from the Elemental Bond this entire time. Very weird. Okay, I'll see you in a sec for game number 2. Okay guys, so for game number 2 we're playing rank 40 YHKR, was that? Can I keep this hand? Not particularly, but I might have to keep this one, mostly because we've got the 2 Rune Servitors and the Perilous Mere and the Fiery Impulse. I think I can get away with this hand more than anything. Okay, we found a Whirler Rogue potentially later on. Yeah, YKHR, Yakur. We're playing Yakur. Okay, so we've got black down, so double black, interesting. So we'll see how this goes. Let's play out the mountain. And do I just Fiery Impulse his 1/1 now? Just so it's out of the way and I take the 2 damage to the face and prevent him doing it to my creatures? I think that might be a good play there. So yeah, he can only do the 2 damage to my face, so I'd rather take the 2 damage there than have one of my creatures destroyed by the Perilous Mere. Just hoping that I draw into that 3rd land next turn. Okay, he's played a Graveblade Marauder, interesting. So 3rd mana, go! Activate. Oh, excellent. Foundry of Consoles, that works for me. So I can now play Perilous Mere. I could kill that Graveblade Marauder quite easily with the Perilous Mirror and another Fiery Impulse. So yeah, that works for me. All I really need now is a 4th mana for the Whirler Rogue, so any kind of blue mana, so either Guildgate or what's it called? So he's going to swing with that, so I am going to block and just kill it. So I then deal 2 damage to it, and then we Fiery Impulse it as well. And just murder it. Murderises creatures. There we go. And he's playing another Perilous Mirror. Okay, interesting. So, oh, excellent. We get that 4th mana that we need. So I'm going to drop the Whirler Rogue, I think, instead. Which will allow me to start swinging above his head with the Thopters. Which is exactly what I wanted. I can leave that 1/1 well alone now. Don't even have to block it. Can play Chief of the Foundry. Be swinging for 4 every turn. Which is awesome. So let's see what he does. Is he going to swing? I'm assuming he would. Okay, I wasn't going to block it, because it would result in one of my creatures getting killed, but hey-ho. Ooh, even better, we've got Thopter Spy Network, so you're going to come down now. Chief of the Foundry can wait. So we're going to swing with the 2 Thopters. We're going to draw a card, which is nice for me, so everything's coming into place. We've got most of the tools that we need to win quite comfortably now with the Thopter deck. We've got a Whirler Rogue, we've got a Thopter Spy Network, we've got a Chief of the Foundry, we've even got some removal with the Twin Bolts, so okay, so he's played Languish. Doesn't really bother me too much. Like I said, we've got the reset quite nicely with the 2 Rune Servitors, Chief of the Foundry to come down. The Thopter Spy Network's already down. It won't activate this turn, not the end of the world. We do have double Twin Bolt to come, so I think I'm just going to play out my double Rune Servitor. Won't play out Chief of the Foundry quite yet. Okay, so he's already played out his Languish, so he's already kind of like severely behind now. Because I've now got my 2 creatures out before he's got anything out, and he's potentially played out his 1 mass removal, which is bad for him. Ha! And there's his second Languish. Okay, interesting. Maybe I shouldn't have played out both of those Rune Servitors, but we do get to draw 2 cards. We get a 3rd Twin Bolt and a mana. Okay, interesting. So that's 2 Languishes now. So I now know that he's completely played out all of his Languishes. So we'll play out a Mountain and a Rune Servitor. Is that my 3rd Rune Servitor? It is, yeah. So we're now in a really strong position, because I know that basically he's now got no Languishes to play, which means I can now just kind of go hog wild and just keep spamming cards and not have to worry about mass removal. Okay, so he's played Fleshbag Marauder. Interesting. Maybe should have played out Chief of the Foundry as well. Haha, two Chief of the Foundry. So and he's also played out a Shambling Ghoul. So I'm hoping that might be the last of his removal. So we're going to play out both Perilous Mirror and Chief of the Foundry here, I think, just to give us 2 artifacts. Just to get the Thopter Spy Network ball rolling again. So he's used a lot of removal here just to remove a few creatures, whereas the Thopter Spy Network's always going to be down no matter how... Unless he's got artifact removal, which in mono black doesn't exist, I believe, so we should be fine there. We've got plenty of mana. We've got lots of removal. So if he plays out like a weak creature to go along with this, I can always double Twin Bolt. So like a 1 health creature. Okay, he's played Eyeblight Assassin. Doesn't really bother me too much unless he's got a second one of them, which I don't think he can play, as that's 3 mana. Oh yeah, and he's got Bone Splinters. Interesting. So he's going to Bone Splinters that. Right, okay, so he's using a lot of removal here. Okay, so apparently because the -1/-1 happened and he killed the Chief of the Foundry, that decided to go through. That was very weird. We've got a second Thopter Spy Network. Not really the most useful. We just have to play out another Chief of the Foundry and hope that that works for us. Because we are looking for something like card draw would work quite well for me here, which I don't think I've drawn into yet. So he's swinging with that. I'm obviously not going to block, just in case. So So will we finally get a Thopter down? Would be nice. What else has he got left to be sleeved? He's used a lot of removal already. I mean, I can double twin bolt that thing just to prevent it doing any more damage, but I want to see what he's got. Okay, he's played Priest of the Bloodright, so that's not great for me. We do have a blocker for it, which is interesting. So we will get a Thopter here and more mana. So do I'm tempted just to activate the Foundry of the Consoles just to give me like extra Thopters, basically. I think would work out quite well here, which I think I'm going to do. Just going to give me like 2 extra Thopters there. We're not going to swing this turn, just going to skip attack. So he's going to punch himself in the face for 2. Is he going to swing? He's going to swing with everything. Okay. I'm tempted just to triple block this thing. Oops, a daisy. 1, 2, and 3. Because one of them's going to survive. I'll kill this thing next turn, potentially. Cruel Revival. Okay, destroy target creature. Oh, okay, I see what you're going to do there. That really sucks. So he's going to destroy my Chief of Fat. He's waiting for that. That wasn't good for me. I think we might have to Artificer's Epiphany here just to do some card draw. We want to use some red there. That was not the best way to do that. So choose a card to discard. I think it's got to be the island there. We don't have enough mana for the Thopter Engineer, so I think we might be dead now. Yeah, I think we're dead, because I can't take 9 damage, so that's a concede, unfortunately. Okay guys, here we are for the third and probably final game. We're against a rank 38 Draken Knight, so can't really keep that hand. However, we'll probably have to keep that hand. I always seem to only get 2 mana. It's probably because I've only got 22 mana in this deck, but you know, that you wouldn't really think that two less mana would like prevent me from getting consistently 3 mana in my opening hands, but what do I know? Let's just drop the mono red so we can potentially play out the Fiery Impulse if we need to. Okay, so unlike previous games, we're going to be looking for red drops rather than blue drops, and this is going to be the one game where we get primarily blue mana rather than red mana. Okay, so we've got double Perilous Mere to come down, which is fine. So we need that 3rd mana next turn, really. It's not completely desperate yet, but I would like to draw into mana for the next 2 turns so we can actually... I've got 2 Pier and Kirin Nalars, but I don't really want both of them. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. Okay, so we've got potentially aggro deck with the Goblin Glory Chaser. 3rd mana would be nice. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. So I can now play out Perilous Mere, or do I want to save it for Twin Bolt? So I'm going to skip attack, play out Perilous Mere, and then I'm going to save the Fiery Impulse, just in case I need to. But you can't really swing, because I will just block it. So yeah, I need a 2nd red source now for the Pier and Kirin. Yeah, it's an interesting deck, that last one, in terms of what he did with it. So if he swings, I will just block and then kill the other creature as well, so I doubt he's going to. Why would you do that? You're just going to lose both creatures. Very bizarre, unless he's got like a what's it called? Fiery Impulse. Okay, so he's going to kill my other creature. So he's going to Fiery Impulse your creature then. Oops, daisy died. Oh yeah, that's still my other Thopter still go through. There we go. Very weird for him there. Not sure I get that. We've got basically nothing right now, so we're just going to play out the Chief of the Foundry. Give us an artifact down to potentially activate a Thopter Spy Network if we draw into a trash land. So yeah, that wasn't the most optimal play there, I think. I don't know why I decided to use the Fiery Impulse. That was kind of a rash decision, which I could have just nuked his Majoring Bully with. So he's going to find an extra creature, so he's found a mountain which he can play. Please say he actually realises that he can play that mountain. He does realise he can play that mountain. Right. So I'm going to kill both of these creatures with a twin bolt if I don't draw into anything better. Which I did not, so he's going to dupe like that. Won't kill my 2/3. So I'm guessing he might direct it at my face. Yep, he did. So we're just going to attack with the Chief of the Foundry, deal 2 damage, and we're going to pray that we draw into that 4th mana next turn. Once we get to that 4th mana, like a red mana would be perfect right about now, because we've got Aspiring Aeronaut, Peering Kirin, and Thopter Spy Network to come down, so he's found a Goblin Arsonist. And Exquisite Firecraft. Okay, that's not good for us. Why would you do that to my face? That is weird. Why would you Exquisite Firecraft my face? Surely you'd kill the creature. How bizarre. Whatever. So we're just going to swing with the 3/4. That was the weirdest Exquisite Firecraft I've ever seen. Why would you do it to my face? I still think I should have Exquisite Firecraft in this deck, and I've just never bothered. I probably should have it in instead of the Aspiring Aeronaut, but nah, it's too late now. This is the final game of the series, so Call of the Full Moon, interesting. So I could block that and kill it, or I could just try and play 2 spells next turn. Or do I let it go through and swing in for 6? I think we're just going to kill it. Ah, what am I doing? He's probably got some kind of pump. No, he does not. Okay, whatever. That was a kind of desperate move then. I didn't really mind sacrificing one of my Chief of the Foundries, I'll be honest, to stop a 4/3 coming at my face. I was expecting like a Titan Strength there, and I just completely like blanked it. Whatever. It worked out for us. 4th mana, go. Okay, Thopter Engineer kind of works. We've managed to weather the storm of an aggro deck, so I'm not really too fussed. With only 3 mana as well. I mean, we've not been able to play any of our 4 mana spells. But I think we're going to win. He's obviously quite a good player if he's got to rank 38, but this just seems like a very inconsistent mono red deck. Okay, Ravaging Blaze, so I'm guessing he's going to nuke my Thopter Engineer. No, he's going to nuke my Chief of the Foundry. Interesting. Come on, mana. We've got to start rubbing the deck now. Nope, we've got a Rune Servitor. Never mind. Might as well drop you because it means we can swing straight away. Yeah, I've done this on 3 mana. I think the mono red deck has managed to out mana me. Interestingly enough. I think we're still going to win, but that's not the point. Okay, Avaricious Dragon. That's not particularly good. For me, anyway. Okay, you have to toss away a Fiery Conclusion, though. Oh, finally, there's the 4th mana. Do we just swing with everything, or just swing with the 2 artifacts? Or do we not swing at all and wait for next turn? Yeah, I think we just wait for next turn. And then get a Peer and Kirin Nalar down, and then potentially nuke his Average Dragon later. So he gets 2 cards here. He's found a Molten Vortex, interesting. Very weird. So he's going to activate it straight away. I guess he's going to kill my 2/2. He is. So we get to draw an extra card. Something good. Whirler Rogue works for me. Did he manage to just... Oh, he drew another card. Interesting. So he's going to nuke my Thopter. Okay, you do that. Is he going to swing? No. He is going to swing. Okay. So I'm going to go down to 7. So I think I'm going to play Peer and Kirin. So he's going to... He would have to toss out his entire hand if he had a hand to toss out. So I think we're going to play you. So providing he can't kill me next turn, he's dead. Because I can just nuke an artifact and Because I'm swinging for 3 here, bringing down to 2, and then I can just nuke an artifact next turn. So, providing he can't do the additional 3 damage here, which he might find, you never know. If he draws 2 mana here, I might be dead. He might have gotten really lucky there. I shouldn't really have swung in with the Thopter in hindsight. So yeah, it might have been a bit hasty of me to swing in with all of my creatures. I should have saved the Thopter as a blocker, because I could have always swung in, played another, either Whirler Rogue or something next turn. Yeah, that was a little bit dumb of me. And they've gotten away with it. Like, for example, he could have just drawn like 2 creatures, which were completely useless. Or he could have drawn 2 mana, and I'm dead. Because you can deal 4 damage to my face, as well as the Avaricious Dragon. No, interesting. That basically tells me that he's dead. So he has to toss out that entire hand. What did he have? He had Fiery Impulse and a Rogue's Passage, neither of which he could have... No, he couldn't quite have done it there. So I'm just going to deal 2 damage to my opponent's face, sacrifice a Thopter. There we go. Whew, we got away with that there. So yeah, he didn't quite have lethal. Thank God for that. Okay, so finish off with a win, and we're still at rank 40, which is quite nice. Okay, so that's the end of the series for now. So in terms of next week's series, I was thinking of going with Golgari Control. Unless you guys have another suggestion that you want me to try, I really fancy giving Golgari Control a try. It seems to be one of the premium decks in this version of the game. So I'll be playtesting that a little bit over the next day or so, and then before doing the Friday Night Magic recording. So I'm going to leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.